This is Tammy Lindahl, and you are listening to the Bomber Buzz.
It is a great day in the Bomber Nation, and welcome to the Bomber Buzz. This is Principal Jacob Jenkins, and I'm joined, as usual, today with Dean of Students, Mr. Paul Rudolph. Paul, we've got an exciting week coming up.
We do have an exciting week coming up. It's always a real fun atmosphere when this week kicks off.
Yeah. So there's a lot of athletic events coming up, and then we've got some other, maybe let's kick off talking about T4 a little bit. We have an opportunity to go join this T4 Summit is what it's called. And what it is, it's hosted out in Stanley. There's about, 12 schools that are going to be attending this. And it is basically a trade summit where we can bring students and they can interact with up to, 20 different trade type activities out there, from electrical and construction. They've got marketing, they've got computing, all sorts of different career kind of areas. And so we're taking the middle school, grade 6, 7, and 8. All of those students are going on the 24th. That's Tuesday the 24th. And we'll be leaving at 8:30, and we'll be back around 3 o'clock. And then on the 25th, we're bringing grades 9 through 11 out there as well. That's the T4 in Stanley. So middle school, grade 6 through 8 on the 24th, and 9 through 11 on the 25th. Both days we'll leave at 8:30-ish, and then we'll be back by 2:30. So that's pretty exciting. It'll be really great for our students to kind of get to explore some different career options. And we've been to one in the past, and they had like simulators where they got to simulate some different job things. If I remember right, a group of students got to wire electricity for light bulbs, and just kind of really hands-on interacting with these trades to see if they like them, if they're interested in them, which is pretty great.
Yeah, no, the last one I was at, I thought it was excellent for our students. They, had a little, just like you said, had a little wiring center, our little wiring diagram, and got his hands-on stuff. And then the one that caught a lot of the guys that I was with, or the students that I was with, attention was the welding simulator. They all had a chance to jump in a welding simulator and give it a whirl, and most of them were really appreciative of that, really enjoyed it. So I thought it was good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, same. So that's coming up Tuesday and Wednesday. Paul, we've got athletics all week.
We do. The only day we don't is Wednesday. It is a busy week. Kickoff Monday, the September 23rd. On Monday, elementary girls head to Surrey. And just a quick note, that will be a little different. That game, the 6th grade will play first at 4 o'clock, and then the 5th grade to follow. It's usually the other way around, but Surrey's 6th grade coach is also a football official, and he's trying to help out some junior high JV games. So we said we would absolutely help them out on that capacity. Tuesday, the elementary girls once again go to Velva. They play at 4 and 5 over in Velva. And then we have home volleyball versus South Prairie, C squad at 4:45, JV at 5:45, varsity right around 7, and that is versus South Prairie. Just the T4 concert on Tuesday and Wednesday, as you stated. And then the 26th, we play elementary girls basketball once again over in Mulhall at a 4 and 5 o'clock game. And then there might have been some early schedules put out where we played Glenburn and girls volleyball on Thursday, September 26th. That game is no longer September 26th. That game is now October 3rd. So I just want to make sure we mention that on our buzz. Glenburn scheduled parent-teachers conferences after our volleyball schedules were out, and then asked not to play then, so we had to find a different date. And then the Hay and Harvest Bowl, September 27th, 7 o'clock. The festivities kick off right around 5 with the petting zoo and the hay wagon rides and the dinner right around 5, and then the football game at 7 and the mutton busting at halftime of the football game. And then Saturday we roll 7th grade girls volleyball heads over to a little tournament in Des Lacs. The C Squad girls volleyball heads to Kenmare for a tournament, and the JV girls volleyball heads to our Redeemers for a tournament. So just about all of them will be on the road, and we stay busy for the better part of the week.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, that's really great. Hay and Harvest on the 27th. We're going to be talking about that later here in this episode. We've got Brennan Asmundson, football player, FFA member, and he's going to be joining us to kind of talk about Hay and Harvest. Also coming up on this episode, we got Mrs. Beth Grabow. She is running our after-school program. She's a paraprofessional here. She's a custodian. She wears a lot of hats here for the school, and we're going to interview her and learn more about the after-school program. So we've got a pretty packed episode here today.
Yeah, all good stuff.
Yeah. Well, stay tuned here with us. Coming up, as I said, we're going to hear from Mrs. Grabow right here on the Bomber Buzz. United Agronomy's mission is to improve the lives of their patrons and their families by offering data-driven solutions that fit each individual acre. From its start with a Berthold office location in the year 2000, United Agronomy has grown quickly to 4 locations in Berthold, Ross, Parshall, and Williston, and continues to expand their partnerships and offerings. From soil testings and crop scouting to custom spray application and fertilizer delivery and more, United Agronomy offers you the farming solutions you need to get the most out of every acre while exemplifying our small town values. Make sure to visit their website or give them a call to find out how they can help you. United Agronomy is a proud sponsor of the Bomber Nation.
Hi, this is Monica.
And Tammy,
Here is your fun fact for the week.
did you know 61% of employees are more productive when the dress code is relaxed?
Wow, that sounds good to me. Thank you, Tammy.
You're welcome. Now you know.
We're back here on the Bomber Buzz, and joining us now is Mrs. Beth Grabow. Mrs. Beth Grabow is a paraprofessional, a custodian, a woman of many hats at our school, and she has taken on the responsibility for the after-school program, which is what we want to talk about today. Beth, welcome to the Bomber Buzz.
Thank you.
We're very excited to have you here today. Could you tell us just a little bit about the after-school program?
Well, we have students from kindergarten through 4th grade. We're up to about 20 students now, not all of them every day, but and we provide a snack, a little bit of hopefully fun, and some playtime for them until moms and dads are done with work.
That's fantastic. Mr. Rudolph, could you give us a little history of how we kind of came about putting this together?
Well, yeah. I mean, actually, one of the teachers, a couple of the teachers had mentioned it to me last, I don't know, maybe late fall, early winter, and made a few phone calls to the state to see if we would be able to, kind of jump in on their CLC type of program, but we didn't meet a few of their prongs. And then just, visiting with you and Mr. Ritteman, and he thought it was a service that we should try to provide. And we sent out some surveys to the locale or to the school district, and found that there was enough interest. And, then the next step was to try to track down, somebody that would oversee it and run it. And Beth was so gracious in stepping forward and filling that role. And I don't know that we could have got any luckier, because she's got a smile on her face. The kids are all smiling when they're walking down the hall, getting ready for the day. And for you guys that have seen the new the fax room, which is now the after school program, the task room, right? You really should stop in, because it's taken on quite a metamorphosis. It's really been, she's taken the bull by the horns and designed that room to meet 20 young students. And, I walked in there the other day, they were baking, and other kids were playing and doing different things. I mean, it's just it is a fantastic service that Beth is providing, without question.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. The kids are really enjoying their time there. It's nice to provide that. So, Beth, what are some of the things that you do with our students then?
Well, when they get down there, the first thing we usually do is just have a snack and kind of try and come down from the initial getting out of school hype. And,
Sure.
And then we do have 2 high school girls that are helping, and then also Tessie White is helping too. And the high school girls usually read a story to them when they're done with their snacks. And then when we're done with snacks and our story, then they just pretty much get playtime. But like on early out days, we have 4 hours with them instead of 2. And we try and do either a craft or some baking. We've baked brownies, we bake cookies one day and stuff. So, and the kids really like that. We had them set up so just a few of them would come up at each time. They all got kind of a different task and stuff. But the hardest part was just waiting for the brownies to cool down enough to eat, which was seemed like a long time. But anyway, they really seemed to enjoy that. So I think we'll try and shoot for that on early out days too. But with the holidays coming up, we got some craft ideas we want to do with them. So there's things they can take home but like I say, mostly it's just playtime, and they can hardly wait for that. So, and playtime has been really enhanced and helped by people just donating. People have been awesome donating toys. One lady donated $100 to us and said, just pick out whatever you need for the kids. So we got some brand new Play-Doh, some markers. We've got a rug now for Hot Wheels cars. We have 2 Barbie houses, a kitchen set, all kinds of wonderful, wonderful donations.
That's fantastic. That's really great to hear.
That has been really cool.
What has been your favorite activity with the kids so far?
I really enjoyed the baking. I was not so sure how that was going to go, but it went so much better than I anticipated. And just teaching them games like that they probably don't play a whole lot anymore. Some of the older ones, we played charades one day, and some of them have never even heard of it. And charades just got to be a huge thing.
I bet.
So, yep, Duck, Duck, Goose, we've brought that back. So, but no, and it's a really good bunch of kids too.
Yeah. Who are the high school students that are working with you?
We have Michaela White and Brinley Blums are both helping out. They kind of alternate because, high school kids are busy. There's game nights, things like that. So they kind of work back and forth. And the nights when they're both busy and stuff, Tessie just stays with me then too. And
I mean, you couldn't ask for better help.
no.
They're just fantastic people to have in there.
And the kids really look up to those high school girls too.
I bet.
Yep.
So, Mr. Rudolph, do you want to just talk a minute about if parents want to get their students involved in this program, what do they need to do?
Well, really, just stop by the office and let us know, and then give us an idea on days of the week. Really, we're pretty flexible in how you choose to structure that. We just like to know beforehand, obviously, so they have an idea of what they're going to plan for the day and how many they're going to be down there. And but we can be flexible, and Beth has proven to be that. She's very well organized and takes things. It's all important to her, right? But really, just stop by the office or shoot me an email or give me a call, whatever you want to do, and we can get you more information if there's things you don't know and get you rolling. But just a little bit of information while I've got the mic here is we operate down in the fax room, which is down by the FFA wing. So then we ask the parents or whomever is picking them up that day to utilize door 15, which is on the northwest corner of our school, just after the FFA garages. Basically, it's the next door. We call it the junior high door in our terminology, but it's door 15, and that's where they pick them up. And it's really been fairly smooth in there and being able to. It's because it's just a couple steps down the hall and away they can go.
Miss Beth, is there anything that you'd like to add here?
Not really that I can think of. To say it was a little scary at first for me. I'm not very good at taking charge of things. I'm a helper, not a leader, but it's going really smooth. Mr. Rudolph has hedged off any of our bumps in the road for us, and the parents have been great. Kids have been great. We've heard some very interesting stories about teachers and parents, but what happens in the task room stays in the task room. So, but no, it's all been really good.
That's fantastic.
It's more fun every day.
I'm glad to hear that. I would say that you're definitely more of a leader than you're willing to admit. And I think we would all agree that we've just been so impressed that you took this on. And you need to stop by and check out the room. Mrs. Grabow's just done great things there to make it a space that the kids can really enjoy. And she puts a lot of thought and effort into her programming and just making sure that it's not something where they just come and go wild. But it's been great. So thank you, Mrs. Grabow. Mr. Rudolph, any last things you'd like to add?
No, it's been a fantastic service thus far, in my opinion. I think most everybody would agree with that. And I haven't heard of a single complaint, and it's all been very well received.
And we're accepting donations, toys, crafts. If you'd like to support this program, we'd ask for any support that you're willing to give. We'd be happy to take. So thank you, Mrs. Grabow. Thank you for listening here today. We got more coming up on the Bomber Buzz. Birdsall Grain and Seed is a farmer seed company. They specialize in seed sales and feed grade and seed conditioning. Birdsall Grain and Seed strives to provide the best and newest varieties that are conditioned to meet their high standards. As a family-owned company, they live their core values of quality, integrity, service, people, and trust. Their motto, a farmer's seed and agronomy company, reminds us daily that their business is built around satisfying the needs of their customers with information they have learned over a long legacy of their own farm. Birdsall Grain and Seed is a proud sponsor of the Bomber Nation. And we're back here on the Bomber Buzz. Joining us now, we've got Mr. Rudolph and Brennan Asmundson, and we're going to be talking today about the hay and harvest that's coming up on Friday. It's right around the corner. Not today, Friday, following Friday. Brennan, you're a junior and you play football. Tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into this hay and harvest.
My name is Brennan Asmundson. I play center. Yeah, I'm a junior. It's awesome.
That is awesome. All right, so Paul, what do we need to know about hay and harvest here?
Well, the Hay and Harvest Bowl is a kind of a community celebration, along with obviously a celebration of the Berthold School. But a few years back, about 3 years back, we got kind of started just brainstorming some ideas of what we could do and what could be different about a little celebration, and we decided to honor the agricultural community of the area in conjunction with a football game. And we've had some, it's really grown, I guess, and that's what I wanted to visit with. Brennan is kind of my representative from the football side of things and from the FFA side of things, and how it's moved in a good direction. But, we've got, a handful of combines, some sprayers, some trucks, some old tractors, antique-type tractors, grain carts, augers, hay equipment, round balers. We've got a donkey or a mule, some chickens, some sheep. We got mutton busting at halftime. Do a little pork sandwich type feed, free will offering. And it really just, like I said, it's just a great celebration of the community and the local ranchers and farmers, and trying to bring everybody together for a night of good camaraderie, and then, finish it off with a football game. And I guess what Brennan, you've seen it from your freshman year on up and didn't play a whole lot in that first one ever. But just how's it grown in your eyes?
It's gotten bigger every year. It's awesome to get the community involved because we get a lot of support from them, and it's just good to get everybody involved in it.
What kind of things does FFA do with the hay and harvest, Brennan?
So in FFA, we kind of manage all of the mutton busting. We get all the tractors organized and everything, and just keep it running smoothly from the agricultural standpoint.
Yeah, so you guys are really heavily involved. This is a real nice combination of different aspects of our school really coming together to make something really neat. You know, the athletics and the FFA really working hard. What is your favorite part, Brennan, about Hay and Harvest?
I just love the crowd we get from it. We get a ton of people that show up and support us, and I think it's just awesome to get fundraising from the football standpoint, and then we get more kids involved in FFA, which is always good.
It is. It's it has worked in to be a nice benefit for the whole school, right? And the FFA kids also, put together the pens where we've got kind of a petting zoo, if you will, with calves and goats, and I think there's a donkey or a mule, maybe, I might forget, but but it's a good little petting zoo, right? Kind of if for lack of a better word, that's how I refer to it. And then Phil from Mima's Meats, he comes over and has his wagon hooked up to his team, and has a little path around the old softball field. Kind of the backgrounds here on the north side of the school, where he takes them for a little spin around the area, and then he picks up a new batch of people. And I think he hailed 8 to 10 or 12 in the wagon, and from what I remember last year, about 4:45 until 7:00, man, that baby was rolling, and he was busy with everything. And I think the other thing that it does is it brings people to the school that might not stop by the school that many times anymore, right? And and then we've even got everybody talking about, well, I got to keep those tractors in town so we can get them there on that hay and harvest night. And it's really grown and moved in a really positive direction for our school and for our community. It's a good deal. Agreed.
Absolutely agreed. Brennan, why don't you tell us, for people that don't know, what's mutton busting? What can people expect out of that?
So they get all the younger kids together, and they ride the sheep. It's just like riding steers. It's a miniature steer ride. It's fun to watch, and I think the kids enjoy it.
Yeah, it was a real blast the last few years watching kids try to ride these sheep. Some of them very successful, some of them not so much, but it really is a good time.
It's not something you normally see at a football game, right? Right.
That's right.
It's pretty unique. I would venture to say there can't be that many in the United States mutton busting at halftime. I just can't imagine that takes place.
I don't think so. So if you're looking for a unique experience out here in Berthold, you're going to get that. We've got the equipment. We've got hay rides, petting zoos, mutton busting. It's just, what a great night just to really enjoy the community, enjoy football.
It is. And the other thing I guess I just want to is we do offer a meal. We don't charge for the meal. It's a complete free will deal. It's, a pork sandwich, or we got pulled pork. Phil out at Mima's Meats has done a nice job. Just he's smoking it up for us, pull it, shred it, does all the stuff, and then we'll have it set out with some bars and different condiments, mac and cheese. I think we might have some potato salad or coleslaw. And then the guys over at the Farmers Union donate the buns. It's like I said, it's just a fantastic event with a bunch of people coming together and doing a great job.
Yeah, for sure. Brennan, what would you say to people to get them out here? Why should people come and enjoy this event?
It's good to get out in the community and see what everybody's doing in their lives. It really brings together all of the different elements of the school, and it's good to see everything working together.
Well said. I absolutely agree 100%. Is there anything else that you guys would like to add here about Hay and Harvest?
Well, one thing, I think it's got a little bit of everything for everybody, right? I mean, from an agricultural side and from a little bit of football side. I mean, it'll touch a lot of your senses, and it's an enjoyable evening. And you get a chance to see a lot of people from the area that stop in to say hi to. So camaraderie and fellowship is never a bad thing.
No, definitely not. All right, so we'll give a quick shout out again here to Mima's Meats and Farmers Union here for the donation of the meal. That's huge. Come on out then for Hay and Harvest. Enjoy a meal and enjoy all the activities. Like Paul said, it's grown every year. Last year we had a great crowd. We're looking forward to another great crowd. this year. If you have any questions about hay and harvest, just go ahead and call the school, or you can email Mr. Rudolph, and I'm sure he'd be happy to give you any information. All right. Well, Brennan, thank you for joining us here today. We'll have more coming up, I guess. We'll edit this out. My brain just stopped working there for a hot minute. We got more coming up next here on the Bomber Buzz. H&L Safety and Supply has everything you need to run a proper work site. Tools, lighting, porta-johns, and more. Purchase or rent the things you need. H&L Safety and Supply is a family-owned business that exemplifies small-town values. For over 13 years, they have been serving their clients with top-notch customer service and excellent equipment. For all your worksite needs, call H&L Safety and Supply at 701-624-2183. H&L Safety and Supply is a proud sponsor of the Bomber Nation. Thanks for joining us today on the Bomber Buzz. Lots of great things going on. We look forward to seeing everyone out at the Hay and Harvest. Again, that is on the 27th. Lots of activities. Make sure to check our website to see the full list of everything that's going to be happening. Make sure to like and subscribe to the podcast so that you can be notified of all of our new episodes. We hope that you have a great week. Taking us out today is the Berthold Band. Fly high, Bombers.